Petteri from Focal here. So when teams ask us about AI tagging in Focal, the first question is almost always the same. Can I define my own tagging taxonomy? And when we say yes, you build the attributes, the values, and the descriptions, there's usually a pause because most tools actually don't work like that. They give you a fixed set of labels and you just map the content out to whatever the app provider has decided matters most. But Focal uses your taxonomy with our AI, not ours. So let me show you what this looks like in practice. So this is the tagging setup inside a Focal space. Every attribute here was defined by the team using it. You define the attribute name, you add the value options, and here in the description field, you write the instructions the AI uses to decide when to apply each tag. This is where the accuracy comes from. If the description is vague, the tagging will be vague. So if it's specific, such as apply when the video opens with a price comparison or a specific product price within the first 3 seconds, you'll get consistent results across thousands of assets. Those tags are applied automatically on upload and there's no manual steps. For hook analyses specifically, there's a toggle that limits the AI to the first 3 seconds of the video. So if you're tagging hook types, you don't want the middle of the video to influence the classification, obviously. The video that opens with a price anchor and then runs a 30-second testimonial should probably be tagged as price anchor hook, not something average across the whole clip. Hook mode scopes the analysis to the part you actually care about. Another question that comes often is, what happens if your creative strategy evolves and you need to track something new? That's actually pretty simple. You just add a new attribute, you write the description and you save, and then from that point forward, new uploads are tagged automatically. For existing assets, you can also re-trigger the tagging on any folder or the full library. And Focal reruns the analyses against the updated taxonomy and updates your tags. You're not locked into the taxonomy you build on day one, it evolves as your creative strategy does. Another use case teams don't always realize is available is that AI tags everything you upload, and that includes competitor ads if you add them to the system. You can filter competitor ads by hook type, see which value props they're leaning into, which formats they're running the most, and so on. It's an actual structured, searchable view of how your competitors are approaching creative and what their creative strategies are. You simply upload their creatives into Focal and you get the same analyses as you would for your own material. But once any asset is tagged and put live, performance data aggregates by those tags, so you can see which hook type drives the highest CTR, which value prop has the best ROAS across your meta ad spend, and so on, which format is outperforming everything else, for example. The insight isn't this specific ad performed well, it's this type of creative performance, and you can then factor that in your briefings. 2 things I'd flag before you set this up. Recognizing a specific creator, UGC or influencer, by face is in development but not live yet. So the workaround would be to write a physical description of the creator in the attribute prompt. This works reasonably well when creators look distinctive enough. Another is tagging settings. Currently, this lives on a space level and it applies to all media in a space rather than a per folder or per column. So if you need to separate final creatives from reference footage, the cleanest way to do this currently is to do separate spaces. But excluding these limitations, if you want to see this with your own taxonomy and your own creatives, you can book a chat with us from the link in the description.